Welcome back to Cowabunga Ranger Talk. Me, GTV83, my partner in crime, Mascara, live from Target. That's right, he's in Target. So
Yeah.
this is gonna be an interesting episode. But this is all about Super 7. Not the Power Rangers, not your Turtles, but everything else they do. So
Yes,
how's it
sir.
going, Mascara?
Rocking and rolling here at the Showcase of the Immortals. Funny enough, I've been like getting some emails from some buddies about, oh, what are you doing for WrestleMania, or do you have plans or something? And trying to see if I can line that up because WrestleMania has always been one of my dreams to go experience. So we'll see what
Yeah,
happens. It's been stuff like that. How about yourself? How you doing?
I'm doing pretty well. Kind of getting my life a little in check financially, and
Yeah.
it's gonna be a hard time soon. Hard time, Gonna be busy, 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 and one thing after the other.
Yeah, you're telling me. I told you some off-air stuff. Whoa, buddy.
Yeah, yeah.
Whoa, buddy.
Well, we can't
Uh,
talk about that here, right?
no, no, no. That's half of the stuff we can't talk about. We'll get flagged for, and the other half we'll get hate for. So we got to just move
Exactly.
on. There's no
All
winning
right.
with
So,
any of those conversations. So yeah,
so
I'm
we're,
sorry. Go
we're
ahead.
gonna go straight. We're gonna go straight into the topic today, and if you see something cool, point it
Yeah,
out.
yeah,
Something Super 7, Hasbro, whatever. I will say this: I didn't get to go to Ross yet. I might hit that up tomorrow after work. There you go, Master
yeah.
of the Universe. Um,
So,
well, not maybe Wednesday actually, Wednesday, and hope
yeah,
to God something's still there because I get paid tomorrow, but I got to work until 7, and you know how it is after work. You really just don't want to go out or travel very far,
yeah.
Um, yeah,
Or you got to do adult stuff like, oh, what are you doing after work? Putting gas. Picking
right.
up some chicken. Picking up some chicken for the family. Wow, you
Well,
got big plans.
see, actually, I have another reason to go to Ross, and it's funny because I need to find new pants for work. So,
Oh, work pants. Whoa,
yeah,
look at you. Look at
get them
you.
cheap, get them cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Look, they did another fucking repaint of this, but they won't
Beast
release
Wars.
new
Yeah,
characters.
but
God,
what
I
is that?
hate Wars.
$20, $25?
Hold on. You see it?
Oh,
It's
I see
21
it.
now.
Oh
It's
wow.
21. It's 20
Speaking
49
of
plus tax.
speaking of Transformers, I just went to the Dollar Tree that just reopened up. They had
Hmm.
these little Transformers from Hasbro, $5 each, that actually transforms into the car and back out to the monster. They had a Bumblebee. They had who was it? There's two of those. I actually have photos of them on my phone because I was gonna do a small little YouTube short with it. But it was kind of cool to see that they actually upgraded the Dollar Tree with actual toys, actual name brand toys. I was like, holy crap!
There
They
you
even
go.
had uh Hello Kitty and a few other ones, and I was like, wow, can't see that. It's kind of becoming like a
Yeah,
little Ross.
yeah. Now that you say the Hello Kitty thing, I was talking to somebody and they told me that Hello Kitty is not really a big thing here, but like across the world, Hello Kitty is like a huge freaking property that makes a ton of money, bro. It is.
Oh, I believe it.
It's a big thing. It's like what makes a ton of money too is the Sailor Moon,
Oh yeah.
all the
Now
Sailor Moon statues and all that stupid shit. I'm sorry to
I used
curse.
to watch. No, 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 it's okay. I used to watch that cartoon when I was a kid. I thought it was an
Yeah,
awesome. Again, it had to do with the theme song. The Donna, 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 Nana, Nana. It had to do with the sound of that theme song. Just got me going. Because it was that heavy
yeah,
guitar sound. So, anyways, let's
yeah,
jump into this before we keep talking about some weird toys and stuff.
yeah.
So, I
Let's
actually
not
have
go
Super
into
Seven.
a thing
Yeah.
here.
So, I actually have the Super 7 website pulled up, and I
Do
don't know
it.
if you can see it or not, but it's
Well,
it's
yeah.
very it's very
Let's
in
start with
deep.
the Ultimates then. Yeah, let's start with the Ultimates. Well, what are
Uh,
their lines for the Ultimates? Because you have it in front of you.
well, this is not the Ultimates. I hit shopped all. Why does it do that? Okay, wait.
Or like by brands, maybe
Yeah,
they
they're
do it
by
that way.
brands. So you
Okay,
got
that's fine.
Yeah. So you got
Well,
Child's Play. You got God. There's
they
like
got Child's Play. I didn't know
yeah.
they do Chucky. I've
I
never
think
seen
they
any other
have.
Chucky, unless it's a reaction thing. Because I thought NECA
I think
had that.
it is a
Unless they're
reaction
sharing the
figure,
license.
and it looks actually
Yeah.
yeah. It actually doesn't look too bad.
Mm.
Looks like kind of like the My Buddy kind of look, not really the Chucky look. But
Okay.
yeah, I think a lot of
Uh,
this is gonna be like reaction figures. And again, I'm looking up because my other screen's up above.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be, ooh, rolling my eyes at any of this. I'm just,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
there we go.
Like
There's
okay.
Ultimates.
Yeah. Well, let's
Oh,
start with like the elephant in the room. Let's start with Ultimate's Thundercats. All right. I don't know if you saw this, but yesterday they announced that they're doing a Target Geekathon or something like that, or one of those Target things, the fall
really?
one. Yeah, and they're
Yeah.
gonna have Thundercats by Super 7, but they're gonna be $35. So
Okay.
they're doing the similar to what they're doing with Power Rangers and Hasbro by like slash basically getting rid of the $12 box.
Yeah.
So and throwing out some accessories so they can drop the price down to 35.
Okay.
So what do you think about that? You think it's a good idea, a bad idea? Because moving forward, that's going to be the thing. I'm guessing.
Well, like I said, I think Super 7 is actually very expensive in general, as it
Hmm.
is. I think lowering the price is fine, but getting rid of what people love about it is not, you know.
Yeah. Well, there's the
So
problem. I mean, they're going to be doing this, so they're going to probably piss off some people. Some people, they're probably going to get new fans because, like, if you look at something that's $35, where are you going to put it? You're going to put it right next to the NECA one that's like 37, $38. So people are going to be, oh, you know what? Maybe I'll start at Lionel or something. Like,
yeah,
they might do
exactly.
that. Well, it's
I mean,
actually curious, that they're doing. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
their characters choices for like the ultimates are very interesting. But again, I actually don't remember Thundercats very well because I never really got into them.
Yeah, yeah.
So
They okay. So they're attacking this in a different, like they're doing this, but they're doing it in a different strategy than they are the Power Ranger one, because the Power Ranger ones, they release all 7 Rangers at once and let's be done with it.
yeah,
So with this, with the Thundercats line, and what they're doing is like they put the brand new the updated sculpt for Lionel and a monkey in, but they're like that's it. I mean, that's how you start a line. That's kind of weird. Like you start with the lead good guy and
yeah,
henchman in the middle, like a middle henchman. Like I don't know, because you're basically telling people to start
I
over, right? So
pretty
if you
much,
didn't collect it
yeah,
before, and you see people walking by, because this is going to be in stores now, so this is going to be in Target or stuff. So they're gonna, oh, the casual fan. That's the whole thing for them now, right? Like they're trying to get the casual fan inside, the casual fan to start, caring about this stuff. So I don't know.
yeah,
It's interesting that they didn't even go with Mumro, the main bad guy, because they've already sculpted him. You're not even releasing new toys. You're just releasing a cheaper version of the same toy. You know.
yeah,
So
exactly.
I don't know. It's weird, but I don't know. What do you think? Do you think it's a good strategy moving forward, or not?
I think for Super
Can you
7,
get a
it's a
cup of
great strategy.
okay. I'm, s- I'm sorry. What?
I think this is a great strategy, actually for to get people hooked into Super 7. Get the idea that a 7-inch figure can articulate the way it is. Might not be the best paint job, it might not give you the good accessories, but it gives you something.
Well, here's another thing. Going back to the NECA thing. Now you're gonna have somebody looking at these two products head to head, which is something that might help them or might hurt them. Because you look at the NECA thing, Neck has got like I don't know, like a bunch of hands, a weapon, whatever bullshit they bring in their packaging for like $37 or $38. Yeah.
Yeah.
Next to it, you have the Thundercat one, which is the Super 7 one. It's got the glove and the sword. That's it. So people are gonna be, oh, for $1 more, I can get all of this shit. Or what. I'm starting to curse, but I can get all of this, or I can get another version of that.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know. You think they start doing this with turtles? Because turtles is like they've done so much with turtles. Like making a bare bones version of turtles would be kind of
Would be a
nuts.
s I think that'd be kind of a sweet idea, really, for like again, someone that just I mean, there's two ways you can look at this. There's a person that just wants the figure and the basic stuff to go with it. And then
Yeah,
there's people that want the holy grail of a figure, you know,
yeah,
someone that wants all the accessories that they can get, you know. To me, like what when we talk about turtles, I think of the Playmates, you know, just the 1988 re-release, the remastered
mhm,
ones. I think they did a fantastic job. Not too much, not too little in that box,
yeah,
you know. Uh Now Super 7's idea is like just minimize, you know, it'd be like Michelangelo with nunchucks. That'd be fine.
yeah,
You know, it's his main weapon. Raphael would have to have his size and the little dagger. That'd be fine. You know, I would just
yeah,
it'd just be very basic stuff. It's not a you know, and I think that's a great idea for $35. Now, would it be a
mhm.
great idea for $55? No. Would it be the same paint? It might not be even the same paint. It might have some special paint job for it, like the metallic Power Rangers they did. You know, I think that was kind of stupid, but I get it. You know. So,
So
anyways,
I
I
get it from an idea, like
yeah,
okay, here's all the Rangers. Let's see if it sells. If it doesn't, and we'll see what happens. But then
exactly.
what do you do? You're gonna have to release all 7 Rangers in the deluxe version without the little shine to it.
Well, no, that's
I
what
mean,
makes them deluxe is the metallic shine. They could just go deluxe Goldar, deluxe, you know, Vita that has a shine to them. You know, that'd be their
but deluxe would
deluxe
be their
version.
regular version. This is supposed to be like their shiny version, like homaging to the original toy line that we talked about last time. That you're getting the white one because he looks like the movie one, and the movie
Yeah.
one was a repaint of the original one, anyway. So,
Well, let me clear
uh,
that up. It's actually from season 3 where they go into
okay,
the yes, it is part of the Negetti, but they have like there's normal Negetti and then the ultra metallic suits that was only for the one season. Um, but yeah, it's
yeah,
again that was
whatever.
the canon thing for me. You're absolutely right. But now I have to go buy a 7-inch White Ranger from Super 7 because of it. But yeah, so I put a Voltron here because Voltron was interesting. I didn't even know they made Voltron until Comic Con San Diego.
Yeah,
But I
I've
I
heard Voltron sells for them, anyways.
oh,
I
I
can tell.
bet a lot of the Japanese stuff sells because I don't know if you know about this, but Super 7 was originally a magazine that was just promoting the Japanese
Hmm.
action figures. So of course this would be a hot seller in my opinion. And
Yeah,
yeah.
what's kind of funny because they're always trying to go into like the California surfer thing. They haven't done a Ninja Turtle skateboard, like a Michelangelo skateboard. I mean, what the fuck?
Oh really?
Yeah, yeah, they haven't done one yet that I know of. Or you figure you're California based anyways. The people that like your stuff like skateboards and surfboards and all that stuff anyways, and you're trying to be that version. So I don't know. Maybe they're coming up with it right now as we speak. So
Yeah,
I
it's
don't know.
possible. So I know a lot
So
of their figures are like
mhm,
reaction more than anything else.
mhm, yeah,
But you know,
yeah,
still even that, you know, it sells though. It really sells.
yeah. Oh, did you see? Since we're talking a little bit of everything on Super 7 besides just the Rangers, did you see they finally revealed what the Batman '89 thing was gonna be?
Yeah, it's just the car.
Yeah, but they're doing it in the sideboard thing where you could take off the lid basically.
Oh, really? I haven't
Yeah,
seen that part, but
yeah.
you know what?
It's you take off the lid so you can see the inside. It's kind of like they did with Krang, and they opened the chest so you can kind of see like the little
Yeah.
hamster thing. They did with the Megazord to show all 5 Rangers sitting inside the stomach or something.
Oh, that's really cool. I just
Yeah,
pulled
they're
it up
doing
to
that for that.
see. Oh, I
Yeah,
see. Yeah, yeah. You can see the engine and well, that's kind of cool. I mean, that's like a again, now they're getting into something that's just way out of the box here. That I never expected them to make a car, you know, that opens up like that.
yeah,
Mm, That's actually kind
yeah.
of neat. No, I again, I don't click Batman, but I love this kind of style, this kind of way. It's like a building a model, but you don't have to worry about it.
I'm surprised they went this route because they're always crying about vehicles and tooling and all of this. And it takes them 4 years to do anything like that. And like, you remember how long it took them to do the Thunder Tank? That took them forever. It took them forever to do the Turtle Wagon, the Party Wagon.
You
So
know what?
how are you doing the Batmobile in a one shot? Like I don't get it. Like everything you said was a contradiction to what this is.
Well, everything they say is a lot of contradiction. More
They contradict
articulation,
themselves a lot. That's a fucking
yeah,
problem. Sorry to curse, but
yeah, no problem. But more articulation costs more money. That's not true. Not in the way they're talking about. You know, um, again, they
does the
made this
Batmobile
battle.
do anything? Does
No,
it do anything besides take off the lid, or
it
that's
probably
basically
rolls.
it?
That's probably basically it. You can see the engine, you can see the cockpit. It probably just rolls. It's rolling like the
Yeah, yeah. The
turtle
wheels
man.
obviously
Yeah,
work, but
but
nothing,
again,
nothing crazy like fire effects or
uh,
anything or lights or
I,
nothing, right?
no, as far as I can tell. But
Yeah.
again, you know what though? I mean, what are they asking for this? Though they don't have a price for it yet. Okay, no price for it. But anyways, I think it's available at Amazon. Wait a minute. What? How's it already available? It's $125. And
Jeez,
it's
bro.
a oh, that's cheaper than the Turtle van.
Yeah, but it's more expensive than their cyborg line. Isn't their cyborg line usually like 85 bucks? 80, 85 bucks?
No, the
Because that's what
last
I've
one I
seen the Megazord and Krang and all this other stuff.
well, they just had a Voltron that was cyborg that was like 125 as well. Inflation
Yeah,
sucks.
yeah,
um
I guess, bro. I don't know if you say you're trying to like cut costs and make this deluxe thing on one hand, then the next day you release this Batmobile and you jack it up another 40 something dollars. Like what kind of sense does that make?
it
Your
doesn't.
fan base is gonna be a lot smaller, right?
Yeah, especially with Batman.
Yeah.
Batman's going to be a lot smaller fan base. I mean,
This is a
there's
weird release, bro. I don't know.
no, this is. I mean, they do like I said. There's that they do so many different things. Reactions, ultimates, deluxe now, and
Yeah,
a lot of the stuff that they have looks awesome. But again, do you want to pay the price for it? Do you
yeah,
have, you know, do you have an ultimate that you want? Do you not have the ultimate you want? Lots of
yeah,
this is reaction. I notice, like The Office is reaction figures.
yeah.
Uh,
But that's like
but
a smaller license. When that's why I was saying to go to the Ultimates because I think the
yeah,
Ultimate is if you have a product in Ultimates, you have the full license, so you can make more than just the little 3 3/4 figure. You can actually make the deluxe figure. You can make weapons. You can make vehicles. You can make a lot of stuff. Like if you can bring up the Silverhawks, that's enough. Yeah,
yeah,
they're waves, bro. I think they just like opened up Silverhawks like wave 5 or 6, and it's
really.
exactly the same wave as wave 2, but the metallic version of all four of those characters.
I'm having a lot of pop ups.
Yeah,
Anyways, I mean they're not bad pop ups. They're just
yeah.
yeah,
Like,
it's
you don't think that's weird though? Like I think wave 2 is right back to being wave 5 now, but the metallic version. Like, what? You didn't make one new character, bro. You're starting to look like the Power Ranger line.
they're on wave 6. Yeah, it's just I don't know. They just
Yeah,
I don't get it. I think they just only have so much permission from these companies. Now
yeah,
the Power Ranger line thing. I think it's just something Hasbro wanted. Like Hasbro's getting so much grief about how they canceled the Lightning Collection, and they're just trying to keep thread on people. Oh, well, if they do something with Super 7, make it a Hasbro exclusive. People are gonna buy it up. But guess what? They're still up there for pre-order. No one's done sold out of it yet.
Yeah, yeah, I
And
can see that.
no one really wants those. Because they're Super 7. They're not Lightning Collection. You know, people
It'd
still
be
want
interesting
the
if they. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, people still want the Lightning Collection. That's the thing. They're
Well,
not
for
wanting
me,
the
like,
Super 7.
yeah, like if you're doing this deluxe thing and it kind of bleeds back into it, why wouldn't you do simple characters like you make a Zordon, make Zordon $35? Zordon's not gonna have 20 points of articulation anyway. Zordon is a tube with a head and maybe a light. Call it a day. You're
Yeah.
not splitting the atom with a Zordon figure. Or you make Alpha. Alpha doesn't have 20 weapons and 20 heads and all this stuff. You can knock out an Alpha at $35. If you're gonna keep going with the ultimate style, size, and you just call it deluxe. Because this is rebranding, really. So,
Yeah, and
I don't know.
it's funny because like their website changes all the time. Like they had Silverhawks, Power Rangers, and what was the other one? For Ultimates, they only had 3 Ultimates listed.
Hmm.
Matt Cardin. It looks like he's like a wrestler or something.
Oh,
Yeah,
Matt
he's a
Cardona.
wrestler.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
He's
the
Zack
only three
Ryder.
that
He's a
that's
wrestler.
the only three they have listed as ultimates on their ultimate page part. I know there's more.
Yeah,
I know they have more, but when you click on the ultimates, that's all they have. So those are the 3 top sellers at the moment, I'm sure. You know. But yeah, I
yeah,
mean the Super 7, I have again, we have no problem with Super 7, guys. No problem here. No problem with the Hasbro or nothing like that. It's
yeah,
this there's so much IPs that they own that is kind of like a head scratcher.
yeah, yeah. You're right. They do some weird stuff. Like we just said, they say one thing and they do another, or they start one line and then they don't finish it, and they don't make the bad guy, or they don't make this, or they don't make that, and then you're like, where the hell are we going with this? So
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't
like
know.
I
They do some
said,
weird stuff.
like like I just made a video, guys, and I'm not even gonna put them. I'm just gonna say I made a video, and like I said, when the ending of the Lightning Collection happened, they were kind of going downhill in quality control and some of the other stuff, and they did their last 30th anniversary and called it pretty much a day. Uh,
Okay.
Super 7's doing the same thing. Their stuff's going downhill now. They're not producing it fast enough for people. They're forgetting about it when they get to the house. They're like, "Oh, I forgot that I even pre-ordered this. Now my bank account's lower than I thought it would be."
Yeah.
And then, God, Super 7 has a lot of QC issues now too. I'm finding out, and it's like, what's with these
Oh
companies?
yeah. A lot of the latest waves have been coming in with very very bad joints that have been like dropping and breaking and snapping and stuff. That's scary.
Yeah, it's like, what did they ask Hasbro's factories to produce their stuff now? I mean, I mean, it's just crazy.
On the other side of the coin, to not to play devil's advocate, but to like look at the whole landscape, right? Okay, Lightning Collection went down the toilet, or they Hasbro said that's enough, or whatever you want to call it. But Hasbro backed out of the Lightning Collection. They backed out of their standard collection. They backed out of pretty much most things Power Rangers, except keeping the name and the license, right?
Yes.
I mean, they even gave everything. They gave full permission, basically, to Playmates who's gonna do something with it. But this would have been Super 7's. They don't have any more competition, even within themselves. There's
No, I
nobody
mean,
else making Power Rangers, so you should be making really good Power Rangers or faster Power Rangers or something. Because if there's no competition, it's like you, because you're fighting for the same customer dollar anyway, right?
pretty
But there's
much.
no competition anymore because there's no Lightning Collection. So you should be hauling ass to try to, what do you call it? Capture the momentum. If they're not going to do it, you do it, and you start doing this, and you start doing that. Not just repaint the Lord said and a pre-order of Lord Draken, which is something in itself. But like, come on, bro. Like, I don't know. It's, you don't have any competition anymore. It's like you and somebody else fighting over a girl. And now that the guy leaves, you still don't want to get the girl, or you still can't get the girl. There's no competition.
I mean, they have so
You
much
truly
more they
don't
can
have
do.
competition.
Yeah, they have so much
Yeah,
more that they can do with the MMRP or MMPR license. I mean, they got all those, enemies, aliens that they call them back in the day.
yeah,
They got Alpha, they got Zordon, they got, uh, God, all of them really. And they could
yeah,
probably now transfer over to Zeo
yeah.
or whatever they want to because if they're doing Boom Comics now, why not?
Yeah. Oh, so since we're talking about this, I have a prediction. Okay,
Okay.
and they open Super 7 opened the door with this. So I predict this. We're getting a repaint of Goldar in silver and blue, and he's gonna be Silverback, the brother of Goldar from the comics. Because if
Oh
they
God.
open the door to the Boom comics, you're gonna use that same sculpt. You're gonna use the same buck. So Goldar is probably coming in silver and blue. The character's called Silverback. Don't at me about I didn't name the character. That's what it's called. Because
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah. So I think that's my prediction. That their next character, they're probably gonna change that name. Because whoa, buddy, you you know what I mean. But that's what the character's name is.
Well, they
So
won't change the name because they don't want to piss off the Power Ranger fans. If they know
it's a
about the
little
Boom
late for that.
comics, oh yes, you know what I mean. But if they know the Boom
It's a
comics
little
has
late for that one, broski. That's like having an abortion when the kid's 7. That's not an abortion. That's it's a little late for that. You waited
yeah.
a little too long for that one. But I don't know. I predict them doing that because it's using the same scope, using the same thing. You're
Oh
just
yeah.
giving them another paint job, basically.
Well, even if they don't rename it, just call it Goldar Chrome series or whatever. People could be like, well, now look what I have with my Lord Draken. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, they probably release Goldar in the deluxe, but they do it without the wings, and they call it the season 2 version or something.
Actually, that was
Try
in
to be cute.
season one. Season one, he had no rings in it too. I've
Oh
been
yeah, in some
I've been
scenes, but you know what I'm
rewatching.
saying. Like, yeah, yeah. So,
Yeah.
so they can kind of double dip on the Goldar because that Goldar is a
Yeah.
nice figure. It
Oh, it
is. I've
is.
seen it. The only problem is the wings that are garbage, but because those
Well, I
pegs snap and crack and pop. So,
I never had a problem with them. Even when I was doing my videos on them and stuff, I've
yeah,
had them back in the box before I got my display case. I've moved them around several times with their wings. I think that, it's the luck of the draw with certain figures. I think like you get a really good one put together properly, and then you get the ones that look good, and then all of a sudden, like, you're like, what the hell just happened? You know, um, and that's Super 7 in a nutshell. Uh, you get lucky sometimes.
I, there's. I said it last. I think I said it last time. Release putties, bro. This is the army builder. You're gonna buy more than one if you want to keep this line going. If you're just like treading water until Hasbro gives you a different license, and that's something else. But even so, you want to be successful in Power Rangers because since we're talking Super 7 beyond just Power Rangers and Ninja Turtles, they've made a freaking mess of the Transformers line. Have you seen this?
No.
Oh my God, their Ultimates, the Super 7 Ultimates Transformers, they have it so they jump from continuity to continuity. Oh my God, they even released an Optimus Prime with a basketball. Like, I'm sorry, but you just don't care if you're doing stuff like that. And I know the
No.
shields are gonna be like, "Oh my God, it's an Easter egg from 6,000 years ago." No, bro, come on now. Come on now. Really, bro? You're gonna be that guy for that? Put Silverhawks and put a Red Ranger helmet in there, just to like, oh, they've never had it before. What the hell's that got to do with anything? It's an
Right.
Easter egg because one of the writers on Silverhawks worked on Power Rangers, 20 years later. No, bro, you can't. I don't know.
I
Their
will
stuff
say
is a mess.
I will say this with the putties though, what you're talking about.
Yeah,
That putty patroller when he gets the ultimates, you get the Z putty, get the Z chest and the Z bands and all that. You get a pumpkin head. You get the clown. You get a
Yeah,
cowboy hat. So you got all the different putties from the different years of Power Rangers. But yes, they could do
yeah,
like a twin pack or something of putties or something.
yeah,
Uh, the ultimate or the deluxe version where they're shiny because they're coming out of the portal or something like that. I don't
yeah.
know. Oh, when they're exploding, make it. Oh, there you go. That clear putty. So when it explodes.
Yeah, oh yeah, they can make it with the effects or with the paint job to
Yeah.
make it look like it explodes or something.
Hmm.
But this starting and stopping lines, if they got the Transformers license, great. And you're doing G1. Why did they jump into G2 and why did they start making a robot crocodile version of Optimus Prime? Nobody wants a robot version of Optimus Prime, bro. Like the people that want it are such a small fan base. They probably wanted him to transform, and your license doesn't
Yeah.
let you transform, so you can't make articulated swords. You can't make transforming robots. So it ends up being a head scratcher. I mean, Hasbro tried it themselves with doing non-articulated figures with the. I don't know if you've ever seen the RED line, the Transformers Red line, that are like
No.
6-inch figures, but they're highly detailed, but they're not non-articulated. I like that line. I like that line because I like that style and I like those cuts and I like those characters. But that was not a success.
No, of
Period.
course not.
Nobody was gonna wait for you to like resize Bumblebee or. I mean, they got a couple of the characters. Like they got the main five characters out. Megatron, Optimus, Bumblebee, Starscream, and I think they released one Grimlock and Soundwave. But yeah, that's it. They didn't go past that. So
Wow.
if Hasbro couldn't make it, what makes you think you could do it with a $55 figure and the RED figure was 20?
It just
It's
they
a
they
35
want to
dollar house,
try.
dude.
Yeah. Well, it's like the cyborgs. I think the cyborgs others is overpriced anyways too. I mean, oh, you got to take the
Yeah,
piece of the chest plate off to see whatever's inside the mechanics of this and that you're just reimagining yourself because you have no idea.
yeah,
It's like you don't know what the mechanics of that looks like.
yeah.
So
Uh, well, you're kind of inventing things, which is cool because look, as a toy maker myself, and for whatever good or bad I am, your job is to innovate. You're not supposed to just keep making the same stuff over and over. You're supposed to come up with a new idea or a new concept or a new twist on your stuff, so people keep coming back. I don't think
exactly.
they're doing that. I don't think they're doing that.
No, and they're not even
And
finished with the. They're not even finished with some of the lines, like you said. I mean, that's one of my biggest deals with toy companies right now is they start a line and they don't finish it. I'm not talking about little toy companies. I'm talking about the big name ones that
yeah,
do all these fancy collectors items. And it's like finish it out. I don't care if you're at your wits end of your last leg of this product. Finish it out. You got these people still collecting this stuff, and then you cut them off.
yeah,
Say we're gonna finish out these core teams, and then we're done, and people would be happy. At least the core teams would be finished.
yeah. You know what's funny too? This isn't just like a fanboy problem because okay, fine, we are a fan base of we like cartoons and toys, fine. Look at another fan base. Look at rock and roll. They do Ultimates rock and roll. They do Ultimates Gene
Mhm.
Simmons, Kiss, and whatever. Or they do Ultimates Metallica or one of the dudes from Guns N' Roses.
Yeah.
But they never give you the entire team. So if you want all four Kiss characters, or at least, right? Like you don't need 20 versions of Kiss unless you're that big a Kiss fan. But you'd like to have the dude with the star on his face, the dude that's a cat, the other one, and Gene Simmons to have your core
Yeah.
team.
Well, yeah, the
They don't
Metallica
even do
one.
that. They don't do that for
No.
Metallica either,
Yeah, the
or
Metallica one you're
whoever.
talking about is Cliff Burton, the famous
Yeah,
bass
yeah.
player.
There you go.
But
Yeah,
it's
you
like
know
that's
about that stuff.
cool. It's like that's cool. But what happened to Kurt Hammond? What happened to
There you go.
Lars?
Yeah,
Or yeah,
that's what I'm
you get it.
saying.
It's like, and it's like I understand you got a drummer. That drum kit's gonna be expensive itself, but you can do it because you're charging 65 for some of the other stuff. You're usually 125 for this. If you have a full set drum kit that goes along with the 7-inch character, people are gonna buy it because that's just awesome. You know,
Yeah, because now you're kind of creating a playset. Because if you're making the
yeah,
drums, you have to make a stage or whatever. You're making a set basically.
Yeah, because
So
you got the bass with Cliff Burton. I mean, come on. You're gonna have the guitars with the guitar players, the microphone with the singers. I mean, look at McFarlane. I mean, he just released Ozzy Osbourne and Alice Cooper, and they're on a bass with the microphone stands. I mean,
yeah,
come
but those
on.
are soloists. If you're starting bands and soloists are two completely different things. It's
Oh
like I
yes.
do Batman or I do Ninja Turtles. You have to make all four turtles. If you're doing Kiss, you have to have all four. Or if you're doing Nirvana, you have to have all of the Nirvana dudes. If you do something silly like No Doubt, fine. Let's do No Doubt. You gotta get the black dude. You gotta get the white dude. You gotta get the other dude, and you gotta get Gwen Stefani. You
Yeah.
gotta get all four dudes. I mean, the four person team. You can't just here's the Gwen Stefani, and then 3 years later here's Gwen Stefani glow in the dark. No, dude,
Right.
that's not how you do a No Doubt team. And I love No Doubt, by the way. So I'm not even being
Okay.
that guy to No
Okay.
Doubt. I like all their stuff. I like Bathwater, all of their music. I like the riffs. I like the vocals. I like everything. I love Gwen Stefani. Most
Yeah,
of
I
her
learned
stuff
something
is
new.
pretty. Yeah, yeah. Hey, bro,
No,
I
it's
listen to
good.
some rock too, bro. But it's
Nice.
punk rock, so it's more with the Avril Lavigne stuff. Like, yeah,
Hey,
that's a perfect example.
I like the old Avril Lavigne, and I like, like uh Sum 41 and Blank
I
182 and
love
stuff like
Sum
that.
41, but they got two songs on the radio right now, and they sound exactly the same.
Do they?
Uh,
Oh,
yeah, yeah, two songs right now.
yeah.
Uh,
Uh,
One of them is called Landmines. That one's really, really good. Can't help but walk through your landmines. And then they come out with another song like 4 months later, but they're both playing, and it sounds just like the Landmine song. And I'm like, what?
oh
Am I
wow.
listening to Landmines or not? Oh
Okay,
no, here's the new one by Sum 41.
I
No,
got
it's
a
not.
question for you.
But
Lincoln Park.
I don't
Have you
think they have
seen?
the Super 7 has
No,
the
no.
license for Linkin Park. But
Have you heard the new songs?
I listen to Linkin Park. Is it? They're all
No, no,
right.
no, no, no. I'm talking about the new singer, the female singer.
Oh yeah, didn't the
Yeah.
original dude pass away, and they're bringing in a girl to be the new lead or something like that,
Well,
right?
there's an interesting story about that goes along kind of with this podcast. When JDF offed himself, supposedly, Lincoln Park's lead singer loved the guy, but he was also in depression at the same point too. And they
Hmm.
kind of did it like 2 or 3 months afterwards. So it was kind of one of these
Yeah,
weird circular effects. But yeah, he killed himself. He did a suicide thing too, unfortunately.
yeah.
But
That's
that's depression for you. When you get in depression and you're in a state of mind, and especially when you're in music in a business and you're traveling the world and you can't stop but to do anything to help each
mhm.
other,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah. That's crazy. Oh, since we're talking Super 7, we're talking other brands, not just the same thing. They got the license for Muppets. You saw this, right? They're
Yes.
doing Muppets, but they're doing Muppets reaction. They're they're doing Muppets Animal and the musical band. I forgot what it was called. But, Dr. Teeth and the girl that you can't see
Yeah.
her hair. Yeah, that they're doing that thing. So we'll see what happens there.
I also know they're doing Sesame Street as well.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
where I think they really messed up is with the Simpsons line, because I don't think people wanted 7-inch Simpsons lines. But I think people really, really, really like the reaction stuff because it kind of scales with the Playmate stuff that people have already been collecting for 100 years.
yeah.
So it kind of, you never make Daedric Tatum or whatever the character's name, but you can release him in reaction form, or you can. I don't know, I like the scaling works. So I
You know,
think that's where they dropped the ball, in my opinion,
it,
for the
I
Simpsons.
really do like reaction. I gotta say, I hate. At first, it was just kind of like I'm buying a really expensive McDonald's toy, but
Yeah.
the actual detail work on them is actually not too bad. You know.
No, they got a Simpsons. I think they've done like 2 or 3 Simpsons like Halloween waves and stuff like that. And from what I hear, they sell pretty well. So I don't know why you would jump out of that scale into
So I
making
get
something like Ultimates.
so real fast, little
Yeah.
little thing. Where are you at? What store are
I
you
am
at?
right now. I'm at Ross. Uh,
Mm, that is not a good store for you.
uh,
You
oh
know what I
man,
mean? Tell me if you see
Yeah.
any Power Ranger stuff there.
Uh, oh man, you know what I do see? I see this. The the
Oh
the
damn!
glow in the dark 3 pack for $10.
Don't do
That's
it.
that usually
Don't do
goes for
it.
like 21 or whatever.
25 at, well, 25 at my
Yeah.
Target usually. But yeah.
No, $10 is $10. But
Yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna be all right. I'm walking today. I can't be. How am I gonna carry that? It's about to start raining, and I can't be doing all that.
Well,
Not today.
it has plastic. I know I'm a bad influence.
Yeah. What am I gonna do? Cover my head with it?
You could take your jacket off, cover it with the jacket.
Yeah. So let's go back to the Super 7 site. What other stuff they got on the Ultimates?
Like I said, the only things I had listed was those three items. Um,
No, I mean besides that license, like okay, they got Simpsons, they got well, they lost the Simpsons license, but they got Power Rangers, they got Ninja Turtles,
you
they
know what?
got some rock bands.
I'm gonna do something a little different here. So give me a second because we're talking about Super 7 Ultimates, and unfortunately, like their website sucks.
Okay. Oh well, you do that, then I'll bring up the deluxe thing again because they're doing this deluxe for music also. They're doing a deluxe version of Biggie Smalls. I don't know if you saw this because the regular Ultimates Biggie Small has like 3 heads and a bunch of microphones and chains. This one only has
Oh
like
yeah.
has the microphone and a chain and the standard Biggie face. So yeah,
So let's. So I'm pulling up Entertainment Earth. I know that might be a little weird sound,
yeah,
but unfortunately, it does work out pretty well in my opinion because you got all you gotta do is type in Super 7 Ultimates and
hmm
it pops up what you're looking for, really.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
some of it might be a little bit
Talking
older.
licenses, anyways. Yeah,
Yeah. Like here's you got the alien from Simpsons,
oh,
$74 for that thing.
jeez.
You got Lord Draken, you know. And I gotta say, he looks fantastic. I hate to say, but he looks fantastic because it looks just like the one from Hasbro, and Hasbro's look fantastic too.
Yeah,
You
the
got
Hasbro one, not Hasbro. Not what do you call it? The Bandai one, the Legacy one. That's the one that it looks like because it's got the thicker legs and the thicker chest.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's
The
what it looks
problem
like.
with that one was the joints. The joints were garbage. You remember seeing people review it and like
Mhm.
they'd shake the figure and oh look,
Well,
my Legacy does this.
see, the funny thing is, that's what it looks like in the picture. I want to know what it looks like when you actually have it in hand or have it in the box. You can see it. But here you
Yeah.
got some Conan,
Yeah, they take forever for
uh,
those Conan waves too.
Silverhawk again. Hey, is that a female Conan character? It is.
Yeah, yeah.
See, but
I know they
I
do a
love
bunch of versions of that though.
yeah. I love the movie. I do. I love the movies, but
There was only
uh
two, right? Kong the Conqueror and Karen the Barbarian.
yeah.
Conan the
Unless
Barbarian.
it was a straight to
A third
VHS
one.
tape one. I don't know about. Yeah.
Mm, yeah, I mean,
But you got Silverhawks, The Simpsons again, Thundercats. They made so many different Lionels already. Godzilla has an
I'll give 'em-
ultimate.
yeah, I'll give them credit. They did the smart thing with the Nightmare Before Christmas. They got all 4 core characters in one wave, so you're
Y-
kind of in and out of that. They
You
got
know,
the boogie guy, the skinny guy, the girl, and I think one more thing.
I like that idea. I think that's what they should really do. Is focus on that way. You got or maybe wave and wave two, depending on how many characters there are, because you don't want to kill somebody's budget too much, you
Yeah,
know. uh,
no, but you're in and out there. That's
yeah,
it. You're
exactly.
not creating a line. You're just creating like a wave, basically.
Yeah. So you
Uh,
got Transformers, as we know,
yeah,
GI Joe. Now, see,
I know.
that doesn't surprise me because they're has. I swear to God, they're owned by Hasbro. Super 7's owned by Hasbro. I think maybe
I don't
like they're
know.
like a team
I
up.
don't know.
That's what it feels like. It feels like they have teamed up, you know? I've said that before way in the past, and it was like, "No, no, no. Now look what they're doing." You know, they're
Yeah.
working together on a Hasbro exclusive. So,
You
uh,
know, now that you say it, you brought up a good point. Uh, this was a rumor. I don't know if it's actually true or not, but that GI Joe is gonna moving forward just be deluxe because the GI Joe Ultimates weren't selling, so
I
they're
heard
like
that.
shifting over to just that. And then the next wave of characters is just gonna come out in the deluxe version, and they're not
No,
gonna
s
even bother.
I remember hearing that it was deluxe, but the way that it was what I heard, and it was again out of Brian Flynn's mouth on the First Friday show, and that I really like. I really do like that show actually. That a deluxe was just like a high end reaction figure, but then when you see the deluxe Power Rangers, it's
Yeah.
not. It's a low end 7-inch figure. So I'm a little confused on that situation. Is it
Well,
going to be a 7-inch
they're not gonna
GI Joe? Is it
resell.
going to be a
That's the funny thing about them going with GI Joe. That if they just shift over to GI Joe and like Wave 5 or whatever ends up being that, then fine. I mean, if you're doing that to keep the line alive, that's one thing. But
yeah,
I don't know what their strategy is like because making new characters, making new sculpts, making new this, making new that goes against the idea of keeping everything low priced and just doing repaints. So it's like,
yeah,
what are you doing? If you say one thing, but then you're gonna do something else again. Like I said, like they say one thing and they go on another. I'm not even a big GI Joe fan, but if you want more GI Joes in the ultimate scale and they're gonna shrink down the accessories, you're gonna be hot. It ain't for
they
me.
had a
And this is a rumor. This hasn't been confirmed just yet,
uh,
but that's the word on the street, so to speak. So
I didn't know they had a SpongeBob line.
yeah, but they take some forever, and I think they release them at like two at a time. Like, oh, here's SpongeBob, and here's Sandy, or here's Squidward, and
Well, yeah, I mean
Starfish.
that is really a its own thing because a lot of people that have grown up are like, well, that's really a kid show. You know,
Yeah,
I like SpongeBob watching it with my kids, but it's not something I would collect.
I saw
Now
the
this
articulation on the Patrick one. Did you see that? That looks
I
god awful. It looks 20 cuts on it. Ugh.
well,
There you
it's
lose
not
completely the aesthetic of the
uh,
character into the cuts.
and
What he's
plus
always
they did
complaining about is he says that like, oh, if I make too many cuts, you're gonna lose the aesthetic of the figure. There, if you could bring it up, if you could bring up the Patrick,
right here. I got it right
yeah, there
here.
you bring up the images, see how he actually look. He looks, oof, yeah, yeah.
Oh,
There you go. And you see all of the cuts are weird because he's supposed to be naked with shorts on, but
see, he's not supposed to be able to. And he's got an extra head. Even he's got an extra head. Wow.
yeah, that breaks up the sculpt. That breaks up the flow of the figure. That's he's 100% right on this particular character, but the rest of the stuff you're usually accustomed to more bends.
It
I don't
just
know.
looks horrible. This does, yeah, it looks horrible.
Look at those
Wow.
hands and the shoulder. Like, is that supposed to be a thing, bro? Like that's. Ugh.
It's something.
You see that, right? You see that
Yeah,
the
I saw
'cause there's no finger, so it's like a rolling like fist or something.
it.
They do some odd stuff, bro. They do some odd stuff.
And there's characters I don't even know.
Yeah, I think that's from a band. That metallic dude with the red cape. I think that's from a
Really?
band. Yeah, I
Okay,
think he's one of the mascots for one of the bands or something like that.
I gotcha. So yeah, I mean, a lot of this stuff is just stuff that we've known about. The IPs, and some of them are just like you look at the character, go, what is that from? And you'll see, oh, Silverhawk, and you're like, oh, okay, that
Yeah,
makes sense. I know this is
yeah.
from Slayer,
There
you
you go.
know, but again, it's a one-off. You get this guy, and you're not getting anything else. You're just getting the one. I think this was a cover, an album cover, and it wasn't even a mascot. It's just an album cover character. So that
Oh
makes it
man, if they're
worse.
gonna start doing stuff like that, they're gonna get the baby from the Nirvana album in the pool, and oh man,
Oh no, I don't think they can do that.
you better not. You better not. That's oof, no, never mind. You know, but I've had a stupendous a ridiculously fun time here. How about yourself, buddy?
Oh yeah, this has been a blast. I mean, it's a little different than our normal podcast, but it's fun to talk about and see what's new out there. And it looks like you
Yeah,
might be having more fun than me walking around looking at Ross. And
I'm
again,
all right. Yeah,
people are finding all
I,
sorts of cool things at Ross with the Power Ranger line right now. You don't hear much else, but like you said, you saw turtles there. From Mutant
yeah,
Mayhem. There might be other things there too. Ross is always going to be a hit and miss. But
yeah,
when stuff gets there, it's like Burlington. No one talks about Burlington lately. That's might be a place I might stop at and see what's going on there. Because usually when
yeah,
Ross gets stuff, so does Burlington. So,
yeah. I'm
um,
at Didi's, and so Didi's is pretty close to the same thing. It's a liquidator, so they
okay.
got the same stuff Ross gets. And, oh, before I let you go, let me give you leave you fans with a quick little like 2 minute review of the Beetlejuice 2. Did you see it?
No, I haven't had time to do nothing.
Oh, okay. Well, then, well, I won't spoil it, but it's good because Keaton feels a lot more loose than than he did in the Flash movie. Because in the Flash movie, he's trying
Yeah.
to like keep up with the kid that's playing the Flash, and that guy's a whole bag of problems or whatever. And man, that movie suffered from that. I don't.
I
Here
saw
he
the
looked a lot
movie.
more free. That's my point. Here he looked
And
a lot. Keaton
you
looked
know
like
what?
he was having a lot more fun than he was over there.
You do know Michael Keaton sold that movie for people to go see it, The Flash. It was just that one preview, and it was like Michael Keaton's back as Batman. Okay, we got to go see it. And it was
Yeah,
just a slight, just little bit of time in that movie, but it brings hope to see another Michael Keaton Batman. That's what it is. When it comes to Beetlejuice, I want to see it because I hear that he just goes right back into the old fashioned Beetlejuice character,
he,
voice and all.
he's having a freaking ball. You could
I
tell
hear,
that from beginning to end. Keaton
but
is having a great time. So is Winona Ryder. This girl too. She's a lot less insufferable. The Jenna Ortega girl. She's a lot
yeah,
more likable in this movie than she is in a lot of other stuff.
awesome.
Cause
Yeah,
yeah,
I want to see it, but I'm just gonna wait until it streams or something because I don't got time to go see it in theaters. And it's nothing, it's not that I don't want to. I love going to theaters too when I get a chance to.
hmm
But the last movie I saw in theaters was Mutant Mayhem because I just had the
yeah,
time, and
that was a while ago.
it was a while ago. But lately, I haven't had time to do nothing but work and work, and it's gonna get worse for me. But I got bills to pay, the adult
Yeah,
bills, you know.
yeah.
like I,
You mean
like I,
you're a grown up? What?
yeah, like that last,
What?
like the last bill I put on my credit card that was $605 to fix my car. You know,
Yeah,
it's like,
jeez,
yeah,
man, that's freaking nuts.
and it took them a
I
whole,
told you about some of the stuff I'm doing too. Huh?
yeah,
These bills are no joke, bro. They're coming in
no.
hot and fast. Yeah. But everyone, enjoy, share the show if you like it. Share with, or just enjoy it. Have a good day. Till next
You
time,
too.
everyone.
Have a good day, everybody.
Bye.
Peace.